Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on the part of the world you're watching this video from. I'm Bearable King on Bearable Channel, and as it's our norm, we are here again to review the British Pounds American Dollar for the 29th week in the year 2024. Before I continue, I'd just like to congratulate the United States of America for preventing a situation that would have affected everybody, including myself as a trader, by foiling the attempted assassination of President no of Donald Trump, a presidential aspirant. Okay, so I'm not going to get into the political aspect, right? I'm sure you guys have heard the news, and what happened yesterday basically inspired my word for today. Okay, and the word is taken from Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. And it says, we humans, we keep brainstorming options and plans, meaning that we keep planning, we keep devising, keep coming up with ideas on how to get things done. But God's purpose is going to prevail. Now, for me, yesterday was an example of God's purpose prevailing. Now, before you say I'm a pro Trump, whatever, fan, or what you want to call it, I'm not a political person, but yesterday I was watching the rally, and for some reason, it was actually evident that that was just the will of God because, well, go and find out. The shooter didn't shoot once, the shooter had a couple of shots, right? And only one grazed his ear, right? Before they were able to take the shooter out. So remember this. I know a lot of us are going through a lot of things, but just believe that the will of God, the plan, and the purpose of God is going to prevail, right? Now, this does not say you should not plan, this does not say you should not brainstorm, but the best way you can brainstorm is by brainstorming in line with God's purpose. That's why a lot of us struggle with a lot of things because we are working out of God's purpose for our lives. So try to find out God's purpose for your life and then brainstorm plans and options in line with the purpose that God has created for you. You'll find out that things will work out seamlessly. Okay. So seamlessly, we're going to flow into the charts for this week, right? Last week we spoke about the chart. So if you've been with me for a while, as far back as April, I've been talking about the market being bullish, and that's what we have had so far. Aside from this, um, we had the consolidation here, and this was an indication that the market wanted to go up in line with the plan that we had at the beginning of the year. So what we had was a manipulation to the downside, which has been completed. Right now, we have a market structure shift here on the daily time frame. Now, I tell people something. When you talk about power of three, right? After you've had your consolidation and you have your manipulation, what confirms the distribution is the market structure shift. Now that we have the market structure shift, what does this mean? Does this mean that the market will continue running up? No. So I tell people that I have trained in the past and some people that I'm mentoring at the moment that when you have a market structure shift, the market is just indicating that, okay, I am ready to move in this direction. What you're now meant to do is you're meant to look for your opportunity to enter the trade, right? So, for example, in this situation, the market has confirmed to me and to a lot of people all over the world that the market is ready to be bullish. And since the market wants to be bullish, what are we going to be doing? We'll be waiting for the market to pull back to the low area so that we can buy around the low areas. This is what Hiddleston ICT calls the discounted areas. So we'll be looking for an opportunity to buy British pounds, American dollar at the discounted areas. Okay. So right here, we've had the market push out. But another thing I want to state is the market moves from order block to order block. What do I mean? So this market has broken here, right? That was so this was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So what am I expecting? I'm anticipating that this market should come into this order block, because this order block is on the daily time frame, right? This is another block on the daily time frame, right? So from here, I'm expecting that this market is most likely going to pull back to an area of interest. And for me, the most preferred area of interest is somewhere here, right? If you go to my 4-hour time frame, I've marked this period as far back as uh, May, mid-May, right? So what am I expecting? I'm expecting that the market has given us a consolidation from last year, right? A consolidation from last year, gave an indication that it wants to go up, manipulated to the downside, and it has pushed up right now. So what I'm expecting is the market will come down to this area, which is the supposed base area of this consolidation, before running up to this area up here. If you watch my video on um, the first video I did in 2024, which covers the weekly or the monthly down to the daily time frame, you will see that all these moves are in line with my what's it called, my weekly expectation, right? So this is what I would be expecting for the market. This is a classical power of three setup in the market. All right, so as a trader, now that I'm expecting the market to reject this area, all I simply need to do is go to a lower time frame, see a flip. And I've explained this flip about a million times, that I like to see something like this, and then the market flips to the downside, or does a market structure shift to the downside, then I can expect a pullback before I sell. The same way we've had the market push to the downside, and then we had a flip here, and now we're expecting a pullback before we buy. So I'm expecting something like this here, right? Somewhere here. And then from there, I can ride it to the downside. And then from down here, I would also be looking for a flip, but it will be the inverse of this. When we say inverse, this is what I mean. The market will do this, give you this, pull down, break above, then pull back before the buy, right? So I'll be expecting something like this here, right? And I'll be expecting something like this here. I think now is actually a very good time for you to make money from the market, because the market is not ranging. The market is very, very clear on what the market wants to do. Okay. Now on the 4-hour time frame, right? For those that are in the Telegram channel, you would recall that when we had a rejection here. So last week I mentioned that if we have a rejection here, I'm expecting it to do a change of direction, which was, I was expecting something like this, here, 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 flip, then pull back to sell to the downside, right? But rather than the market doing this, and I did mention in the group that if there is no flip, there's no trade, right? And last week I mentioned that if the market should break above this level, then I would expect it to run into 1.3100 thereabouts, right? So right now, what we have is that the market has broken up into this zone. So there's really nothing that is stopping it from getting into this place, right? So what I'm looking for, or what we have right now, is the market came here, tapped into this other block. All right, so the market came down here, from here to this point, pushed up, pulled back, came up here. It's possible that we may have a pullback, then push up, pull back, push up, pull back, push up. Then once we have a flip on the 4-hour time frame, I would be looking for a sell to ride the market down here. Now, the area I marked, this is the daily order block that I marked on the previous chart. And this has always been my area of interest, even though we have an unmitigated zone down. So I'm not ignoring this fact down here, but this is the likely bust up where the market may come into. Okay, so this is 1 point what 1.256. So I'm expecting that we may have a bullish move from, say, from here up for like 160 pips, and then from up here the market may range a little bit before giving us a nice pour into the zone, which is roughly about 500 pips. So this is my expectation for this week. For now, I am still bullish until I see a flip. Okay, until I see a flip, I would remain bullish. The same way, the same reason why I think we had one stop loss here, but in the premium group um, and the training group, the mentorship group, we were able to ride the market to this point, right? Because the market kept giving us higher highs and kept giving us reasons for the bullish move. So till the bullish move ends, right, we remain what? Bullish. Till the bullish move ends, we remain bullish. We don't become bearish. Okay, so I'm expecting that we may see a flip around this zone to confirm a change of direction so that we can ride the market to the downside. Okay, um if you have any comments on the reviews, please feel free to share below so that we could share rub minds and discuss further. Also, if you're interested in joining the Telegram group, the Telegram channel would be the link to the Telegram channel will be available below. Okay, all right, so till next week, remain profitable, and remember, understand God's purpose for your life and make plans and take actions in line with that purpose so that you would have the least level of resistance. Till next week, I remain your favorite host, Bearable King. Bye bye.